What's going on, everybody? It's Kabaddi Keenan, and the PKL auction finally happened. Yes, it finally happened. Last week, it took place on the 15th and the 16th of August, so all the players, all the teams are now set in their squads for this upcoming season 11. So it's a lot of fun. I'm excited. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down each team and what their squad looks like and what I kind of feel about them coming out of the auction and what their team sort of looks like going into the season. So we're going to start off with the team that made the biggest splash, the Tamil Thalaivas, with making the biggest bid for Sachin, who went for 2.15 crore, which he was only one of two players to go for over 2 crores, him and Mohamed Reza. So since he went for the highest to the Tamil Thalaivas, I figured we'd start with them. I think this was a brilliant move. I think adding a raider of his caliber to their squad is only going to help, especially pairing him with Narendra, who Narendra himself scored 166 points in 21 matches. He was the number 6 raider, or the number 5 raider. Sacha was actually number 6, scoring just below him with 171. But pairing those two together, I think is going to do really well. Sachin had an amazing season. Though he wasn't the top raider, I think he carried himself very well and did very well for the Patna Pirates. And I think he almost got himself dubbed as a do or die specialist, because any time there was a do or die situation, they sent him in and he usually succeeded. He usually came out of there with a point. So to have someone to be able to go into do or die situations and 9 times out of 10, or maybe not even that much, but like 6, 7 times out of 10 come out on top, I think that's impressive. So for Tamil to get a player like that, I think is really great for them. Again, to pair with Narendra and hopefully boost that offense. They did lose Ajinkya Pawar, who I actually really like a lot, but to be able to replace him with Sachin, I think it's an upgrade. Now, Tamil wasn't too active actually in the auction. Outside of Sachin, they only bought 4 more players, and one of them was already on their team. They just retained him through the FBM, the final bid match. So they're pretty quiet, but overall, they had retained a lot of their core players from last season, mainly their defense, which they had a pretty solid defense between Sahil Gulia and Sagar, and even the guy that they retained, Bastami. I think overall, they had a really solid defense. You had Sahil, which was the number 7 defensive player with 69 points in 22 matches. And then you got Sagar, who was actually the number 10 with 66 points in 18 matches. So he missed 4 matches, and he probably would have had a lot more tackle points had he not missed out on 4 matches. So for them to retain 2 top 10 players defensively, I think is great. I think that's going to go a long way with helping keep that core team intact. I think that they were a team on ascendant last season. They got off to a pretty bad start. Not gonna lie, watching them, they seem like a team that should have done way better earlier in the season than what they did. But for whatever reason, they were just misfiring and couldn't put it together to get the wins that I think that they should have had. That would have, I think, helped them to get into the playoffs. I can remember specifically one game where Ajinkya Pawar made this horrible error at the end of the game where he didn't raid when he should have. He mismanaged the clock. It was like a minute left and he completely mismanaged the clock, and they ended up losing that match. And who knows, maybe that would have turned things around for them earlier in the season. But for whatever reason, they just could not get right at the beginning of the season. And I think even Narendra was having a terrible season. He, I think, got benched earlier in the season as well. But I think the Tamil Thalaivas might surprise a lot of people this season. I think that they're going to do very well, actually. I think if they can put things together earlier in the season and sort of maintain that, I think they're going to be one of the stronger teams in season 11. So I'm really excited about them. I think they made, even though they weren't the most active team in the auction, I think they made a very important splash, if you will, the biggest splash, and I think it was one of the most important and key ones for their team. And I think that they're going to do really well. But let me know what you guys think. What you like? Do you think getting Sachin was the right move for them, or should they have gone for more players to hope to solidify that team a little bit? But let me know what you guys think in the comments. So that's my take on them. Again, I'm looking forward to them. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people this season. I think they will make it into the playoffs, but we'll see. Season hasn't started yet, so this is all just on paper. But let me know what you guys think, and if you guys like this, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you later.